I'm Adrian, the Cruise and Travel Guy, and I'm excited to tell you that we have almost 2,000 signatures on a change.org petition that I decided to launch just before the weekend. And now you can freely and quickly add yours. To add your signature, you can click on the link in the description below. And if you're new to this topic, I've also linked to my previous 2 videos in the description. In those videos, I spoke about the state of the Australian cruise industry and the growing impact that government policy, regulation, and pricing is having on the local cruise landscape. Without going back through it all in detail, Australia is not exactly a welcoming place for cruise lines. High port fees, a lack of local port and shipping facilities, stringent regulations and excessive red tape have all combined with a weak Australian dollar to make things more problematic. Nothing exists in a vacuum, and this is a multifaceted problem that will take strategic thinking and planning to fix. And so far, those in government haven't instilled much in the way of confidence. While there are voices out there, namely CLIA, the body that represents cruise lines and their interests, as well as some local cruise publications, I think that our voices in unison can be much more powerful. As I mentioned previously, I lodged a government e-petition calling for the extension of a legal exemption that currently allows cruise vessels to operate freely between Australian ports without requiring a license. I chose that angle as a means to pinpoint something specific that can be addressed within our system of government. As at the time of recording this video, the petition is still sitting with the Approvals Committee and cannot yet be signed. But with so much support here on YouTube and on Facebook, I decided to launch a change.org petition calling for the extension of the legal exemption and a reduction in port fees. While these 2 factors by themselves won't ultimately make or break the local cruise industry, the real purpose of the change.org petition is to bring more attention and focus and a unified voice to us. Any retraction in the local cruise industry will ultimately impact consumers most. Cruise lines are businesses and they'll just find somewhere else to go. It's ultimately Aussies and Kiwis that will pay the price. A smaller local cruise industry will mean fewer choices and higher costs. It already has had that impact, with those outside of Sydney and Brisbane effectively having no choice but to fly to cruise beyond next February. For many people, a cruise is their first taste of international travel. For some, it's the only way they can travel, be it for mobility or health reasons or personal preference. Far from a cruise line puppet, as some have suggested in comments, I'm most interested in knowing how these changes will affect us, consumers, in the long term. At the end of the day, the more exposure and the more attention we can garner, the better. My change.org petition has been a fantastic vehicle for people to express their thoughts, feelings, and their voices. We've reached almost 2,000 signatures in just a couple of days, and more than 74 donations totaling over $400 that have helped to promote the petition within the change.org network. It's an incredible response, and I would love it if you could add your signature to the mix. The link to the petition is in my description below. While I continue to work on my regular channel content, I do have a couple of reviews coming very soon. I will continue to see what else can be done on this side of things, and if there are opportunities for more exposure, I'll certainly take them. And to that end, if you know anyone in media that would be interested in a story like this, please feel free to contact me via my website. In the meantime, continue sharing the petition with your family and friends or within your cruising groups and communities. Let's show the government and the world of media that we mean business. Thanks as always for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you could. And if you're looking to book a cruise, why not head to my website, thecruiseandtravelguy.com.au, and follow along on Facebook and Instagram at The Cruise and Travel Guy for all the latest on all of this as well. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.